Hello Internet, it's me, Hewlett, with another Geek Diaries for you, and today's Fun Friday, so I yanked the child out of lunch, and we had our little boys' lunch together, and had an interesting conversation, actually, as we were heading out to lunch. And it was basically that, tomorrow we're going to go downtown, we're going to hit the comic book stores like I like to do, little graphic novels, a few comic books, look at some Pokemon stuff, and some trading cards, and figures, and all that kind of stuff. Basically spend money while Mummy's out of town in Vegas. So, very excited about that, but I did warn him, I said, look, it's going to be very busy downtown because it's Pride this weekend. It's Pride weekend. And he asked me what Pride was. And I froze. I truly panicked. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know. I was so concerned about getting it right, about explaining this in a way that didn't imply any judgment or any preference. I was truly gobsmacked. My brain turned to mush. And I realized it's because when I grew up, I grew up as an all-boys school, and the worst thing you could say to someone was that they were gay, or that they were a fag, or a homo, and these are terms that were thrown around just so easily, and they were so painful, and they caused so much trouble. Certainly for me, it made growing up misery to me. I was a geek who loved Doctor Who more than girls. I loved synthesizer bands and Duran Duran and New Romantics and androgynous rock stars and I was, boy, was I a fag. That was it. This was a label that was thrown at me, hurled at me like an insult throughout my teens, and it was horrible. I can't imagine what people have to put up with in that situation. And I was reduced to tears one day. I came home, I was crying to my mother, and I said, I don't know what to do. They keep saying I'm gay. Maybe I'm gay. Maybe I'm gay. Am I gay? And my mother was so great about it. She's like, well, nothing they say is going to make you one way or the other. You are who you are. You like who you like, and whatever you are and whoever you want to be is fine with us. It was just so simple. And but I had in my head that there was some kind of secret code. There was some kind of pattern that you did. Like you dressed like this, and you wore makeup and earrings and waved your hands around too much, and then suddenly, gay. You were gay. You'd suddenly created gay, and that this was a terrible thing that you could do to yourself. And I am so thankful that my son lives in a country and a decade and a time and a city that doesn't matter. That you can be who you want to be. You are free to do that. You are free to live your life the way you want to live your life. If there's one thing I could teach my son, it would be not to worry about what other people think, because that has been like the rock around the neck of the albatross for me, as my geography teacher used to say. That is just, I just want him to be free to not worry about what other people think. And that's what this weekend is about. But trying to explain it to him, I said, look, we got these friends, there's Phil and Bob, and they love each other very much, and they have their son, and just like your mother and I are married, they're married, and they love each other very much, and this weekend is about celebrating people like Phil and Bob. And he said, oh, you mean people who like playing video games? And I just loved that response, because there was nothing there. There's nothing for him to worry. There's nothing for him to celebrate. This is just part of his normal life, and I love that. I love that he sees nothing to celebrate, because he sees nothing. There's no hardship for his understanding of that. It's a part of the way he's grown up. It's a part of the community he's grown up with, and I am so thankful for that. So if I'm thankful for anything the Pride weekend, it's for the fact that I have a son who has grown up around the kind of people in the kind of environment where there is nothing to celebrate, because it's all just part of this wonderful adventure of growing up. And I'm so thrilled about that, and I can't believe I've gone off on such a tangent and got myself so worked up. Anyways, so this weekend, let's hear about what you're up to. Comment below, subscribe in the shiny lights of melodrama that I seem to have found myself in. And until we geek again, cheerio.